everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. And wow, I have got some cool stuff happening this week. So I'm excited to show you guys, talk to you all about it. If you hear a little bit of difference in my voice, I am getting over being sick, which I'm about to explain to you in a second. Before I start any of this, if you want to jump right to the music, please don't just say, oh, he's talking too much and go away from the video. I am going to be listening to a REN song today that I've never heard before. So if you want to hear that, just go to the chapters, and I personally put the chapters in. So they're not AI generated. I will take you right to the right spot, and you can go right to the music. For the rest of you, wanted to give you a quick update on what I'm planning this week, so you'll stick around for that. Also, want to explain why I'm sick a little bit, since a lot of you have been asking in the comments, which, by the way, love you for asking. First things first, this week is going to be a blast, guys, because what's happening this week? New music from REN. We all know that he's not doing great right now, that his team is, running his channel or whatever, and all his socials. We really appreciate that. And, much love to them too. All the healing and positive energy we can send to REN possible is needed right now. If you saw my video on Friday, I was basically saying the same thing. But he did say that, he doesn't want to wait to put out music anymore. So this Thursday, I think it's called Slaughterhouse premieres. I will do a reaction to the premiere for Thursday. So I will listen to it and upload it as soon as I possibly can. So stay tuned for that. Also this week, I'm introducing a brand new person to High REN. If the scheduling stays the way it is, this should, you guys should see this on Wednesday because I'm taping on Tuesday. She's a friend of mine, actress that I hired for a commercial years ago, who then turned out to be a musician. So she's been doing her thing with that. I thought she'd be really great, especially since she was an actress before, then turned musician. She'd really appreciate High REN. So I think you guys are really going to love her reaction to that. And then for later in the week, probably Friday, since REN's premiere is on Thursday, I'm hoping to react to one of her songs with her. So we can talk to her about it, and I'm going to do a little interview with her. I used to be an entertainment reporter, so it'll be like getting back to my roots a little bit. But I think that could be really, really fun. And, I'm excited to just try something new with the channel. So all that aside, I think it's going to be a really good week of a lot of REN and then a whole new artist. I plan to do another REN song for tomorrow too, which would be Tuesday. Okay. Did want to do a quick explanation of why I sound a little bit nasally and why I've been sick all week. A lot of you know that I was having issues with the ceiling leaking in my apartment. Now this is in my main bedroom, like the room that I sleep. This is actually my guest room in my office. You can kind of see that is a picture I took many moons ago when I was a professional photographer that hangs in my main bedroom above my bed that I had to take down because of all the work they're doing in there. I did want to show you guys real quickly because a lot of you asked what's going on with it. So just so you have a understanding of what I'm talking about here, this has been ongoing. So at the beginning of last June, my room looked like this. And you can basically see, and this was the second time I had a leak in the room. I forgot to shoot it the first time, but look at how bad that looks. They had to open up the hole, and they're trying to figure it out. They barely covered my bed. They didn't cover that expensive thing I have in the corner right there. That's an air purifier, so that got ruined. So I didn't even know that they were going to pull all that stuff out of the ceiling. So that happened first. Then they nailed it up, and then just 4 days later, it starts leaking again, as you can see, all dripping down the wall. That was literally, I think, the second week of June of 2023, by the way. So then, by the end of the month, this is what it looked like. I still didn't have my room back. So it took them 3 weeks to say they fixed it, okay? And then literally almost a year ago to the day, this happened. I'm lying in bed. That's what I wake up to. Just drip, drip, dripping on my bed. Okay. So that took them another 3 weeks to fix. And that's the third time now that I've had an issue with my ceiling. Then January of this year, notice how they both have slits. There's one in the middle. There's one at the end. That end part is back where the original leak was from November that they said they fixed, that they never really fixed. And as you can see, I had to take my bed out of there, Like, it was just insane because it's going to ruin my bed. I have an expensive bed. Then fast forward to March. Okay, so this is like second week of March, and that whole thing, that whole repair they did. Look at this picture. That whole you can see the picture that I took that's behind me right there. That whole repair they did came down, just hanging there like that. You can see it landed all over my, you know, what do you call that? A night table, my charger for my phone, and leaked all over my bed again. And then they built holes so they could try to find where the leak was. Look at all this stuff all over my like apartment floor, all over my bedroom floor. And that shows you how much water was leaking still. Like, that's still coming out of the holes that they did. And they're like, yeah, we can't find the leak. We can't figure it out. And so they're like, okay, we think we got it now. Finally, they were like, it took them a month. It took them over a month. I did not have my bedroom for the whole month of March. It took them over a month to say, okay, we think we found it. We've repaired everything. You should be good now. And then last week, the video many of you saw, you hear it right there. It's just coming down, dripping into like the middle of the room. And so it's just disgusting and not great. So then I can show you here. You can see kind of the picture. So those, it kind of looks like a bear claw, actually. So the one closest to the camera is that big square is the one that's leaked right now. The 4 in the background are all the holes that they just cut open to see if they could figure out where the leak is coming from. That middle black line, which is over where that one hole was from like earlier this year, that was damp when they went to check the ceiling to see if they could find the leak. So the real, like, lack of a better word, the real bitch of all this is that they're coming into my apartment on Wednesday to just basically paint over everything that you're seeing in that picture. And they're telling me they can't find the leak, so it must not be there anymore. So to just deal with it and like what, go back to sleeping in my bed? Like, as probably paranoid as this sounds, I feel like Chicken Little. Like, I feel like the sky is going to fall on me if I sleep in that bed. Also, I slept in that bed on Friday just because I was super sick of sleeping in here or sleeping on my couch. And so I slept in there because my bed is super comfortable. And I immediately got sick. So now I'm getting an air monitor or air check monitor or something like that to make sure there's no black mold in there, because this is now the second or third time since they've done this that I've like the last 2 times, I think, at least the last time, but maybe the last 2, I have gotten this kind of sick where I feel like I've just got allergies. I feel like I can't get past stuff. And it's all because they opened up the ceiling in that room. And for them to be closing it up and just being like, hey, nothing we can do, it's not leaking anymore, seems like insane to me. But so that's what's going on in my apartment. That's why you'll probably see, like, I'm going to have to put more stuff in here. I got a leather couch that I have in my bedroom that I'm probably going to have to put in this room at some point, because right now it's blocking the hallway and that's a fire hazard. So I got to move that. But yeah, it's just crazy, guys. This has been going on. If you knew how much I paid for my apartment, you'd be like, this is insane. But New York living, and landlords just don't care. I actually asked my landlord at one point, I said, well, I couldn't use that room for over a month. This was back in March. I'm like, forget about all the past ones, but just over a month in March. So you should like deduct a third, because I have a 3-bedroom. You should deduct a third of my rent because it's not livable in that room. And the response was, that's not how it works. So I obviously don't have the money to go do anything about it, to sue them or anything like that. Who knows? But anyway, that is what's going on with my crazy drama with my apartment. I thought you guys would appreciate seeing like the whole story and breakdown of how it is. But listen, I think you guys know from the channel, I try not to get down about this stuff. I was dealing with a lot of like depression and really bad stuff earlier this year. Actually, in March, when all of this went down, I was in like the deepest depth of depression, and didn't start this channel to the middle of May. And it's because I had then discovered REN, and, you know, my nephew was born, and it just kind of all kind of came together. And I really thought I needed to start being positive again and putting that positive energy back out into the world. So that's how we got here. And that's what led us to REN, which, speaking of which, let's get to today's song, right? So if you jump forward in the chapters, we're back for you now. This is we're gonna do Castles Made of Sand, which I understand is from the Sick Boy digital version, because it's not on the actual album. I should have checked because I have the vinyl. I should have checked, but I'm pretty sure it's not actually on the album, that this is just a digital song that he did. I think I saw that somewhere else. So that's what I'm going with. Someone actually, a number of people suggested it in my last two REN videos. They were like, you got to hear this song. So here we are. Excuse me. He doesn't have like a YouTube video for this. It's just the song itself. So we're going to take a crack at it. Here we go. For those of you who are big fans of the channel, watch all the time, I do have to do a little bit of a different thing on this one where I have to press play and pause a little bit differently. So it won't be as seamless as it is with YouTube, but I'm going to try. All right, here we go, guys. Castles Made of Sand, REN, the Sick Boy himself.
I was baptized by the heavens, I was walking in the rain. On a cloudy night in Brighton, I was deep inside my brain. My tracksuit felt so heavy with my pockets full of pain. I wish this was the one-off, but this story is the same as the...
My pockets were so heavy with my... No, my tracksuit was so heavy with my pockets full of pain. Like, bro, that's an immediate bar. Immediate bar. That's tight.
The day that came before this, the day that came before. Command C, Command V, copy and paste. The day the skies are grey, my Nikes thread through puddles. Lace the rain, it dances by my face. And as it lands, it detonates. The perfect hit, coordinated, executed. Brah, carry troubles on my back. My legs, they get so tired, cause my troubles, they are stacked like they're Jenga. And then when the feelings hit like influenza, I just quarantine the struggle, cause it's not on my agenda. Push it down, don't wanna deal with it, don't wanna feel that shit. Still I drown, man on a sinking ship, man with a big gold chip up on my shoulder. Man, I'm feeling so much older, why this road looks so much colder? Why am I carrying this boulder? Why have I carried it for miles? I'm fucking miles, I'm fucking miles, I'm out on trial. Tell me, Lord, I'm out on trial, because it feels like it's a sick joke. I've been sick for half my life. I'm sick, sick, sick of feeling sick. Quick pop a blister, stop the fight. Like,
sorry, I went to hit the key that I normally hit to stop it, and I'm dealing with a different thing today. This is tight, right? Have you all heard this? Because this is really strong. Like, he's, first of all, the beat is fire. I don't know what, it almost sounds like it's like Japanese in the background. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, because I don't know where he pulled that sample from, but I dig it. And I hope it's not one of those Cujo beatdown. So actually, Cujo beatdown was awesome. So maybe I do kind of hope that. I don't want Ren to never mind. I don't want Ren to have to go through all that drama again. We just got a really good reward at the end of it. But yo, this is crazy good. He's spitting bars, and I keep getting lost of like the back and forth of trying to hear all the bars, which he's enunciating like crazy, like he always does, but also the rhythm, the beat, like it's fire. Like you just want to jam to it just on its merits. You know what I mean? Man, that flow is so tight. And he's also switched the flow like 3 or 4 times since the beginning of this song. And it just all feels seamless. It all feels like it belongs. Yo, said it before, I'll say it again. Cheat code.
I was scolded by the heavens, I was walking in the rain. On a cloudy night in Brighton, all I seem to feel is pain. I zip right up my jacket so my soul, it don't escape. It wants to break right out my body, but I don't hold it to blame. I lay awake on aching nights, I contemplate and hate my life. Just staring at an empty ceiling, cause it reflects what's inside. I can't cry, I can't cry anymore. Deeply did my thought.
Whoa. Bro. That was a depression bar right there. Did you hear that? He said something like, I stare up at my blank ceiling because it reflects how I feel in life. Yo, I'm going to try to back that up. It's a little bit harder to do with the way I'm set up right now, but I'm going to try to back that up a bit, because that was crazy. Let me try that again.
I zip right up my jacket so my soul it don't escape. It wants to break right out my body, but I don't hold it to blame. I lay awake on aching nights, I contemplate and hate my life, just staring at an empty ceiling cause it reflects what's inside. I can't cry, I can't cry no more. Deeply did my store, asking
I can't cry no
why
more.
am I in this war? Why'd you hate me, Lord? Why do you
Bro!
V5 from I feel broken, smoke until I'm ill. Let the pot rot my brain, watch it kill me soft like Lauryn Hill. Fuji's life's a movie, I'm Clooney, driving a stolen Suzuki right off the edge of a metaphorical hill. Kill, 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 kill.
Like, he rhymed Lauryn Hill with Hill there? Come on. With a little Fuji's bar? Come on. Said he wants the pot to rot his insides if it needs to, so he doesn't have to feel this sickness anymore. Come on. Come on. I don't need to say it. You know I'm right.
Your brain cells, kill your old self, kill your good health, kill the coroner. I am a foreigner, inside my body a warrior, worrying warrior, inside the corridor, inside my mind, Holocaust.
A worrying warrior.
For these scary thoughts. I struggled in trouble, I'm struggling double. I'm doubly trouble, but out of the struggle, the ruin, the rubble, the hustle, the bustle. It buckles my muscles, I fuck on my knuckles. I'm deep in the bubble, but pop it's a puddle. I'm subtly muddled and mixed up and puzzled. I'm perplexed, not perfect, I'm perfectly complex. My purpose and perspective, pessimist, defected I'm so goddamn bored, lonely metaphors that I write. They don't vindicate all the pain that's poured on my life. I disintegrate, castles made of sand.
He just said that all the metaphors that he writes still don't indicate the pain that he feels in life. I don't know if that's a direct quote, but it's damn close. Bro, think about how many times we've talked about on this channel. Think about how many times you as a fan have listened to his stuff and been like, that metaphor was tight. That metaphor is something I never would have thought of before. And he kills it in Sick Boy when he does it. He does it in The Hunger. Like, he does it in all these things when he talks about how illest of our time. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And to say that that's not even enough for him, that it's still like, it kills him, it still hurts, it's not enough. Man, we gotta help Ren, bro. We gotta, like, what blood type, man? I'll show up. Damn.
My purpose and perspective, pessimist, defected I'm so goddamn bored, lonely metaphors that I write. They don't vindicate all the pain that's poured on my life. I disintegrate, castles made of sand. They are white from the surface of this earth, and their impermanence is enlightenment. At least I think that's what it is. I don't know.
Bro, he's a cheat code. I really liked how he did the double part too. When he started talking about how he doubles up, he then doubled up the lyrics and then worked on the double rhyme scheme, like double, bubble, trouble. Like, he's so good at that. And he does it in a number of different songs. I'm thinking of The Hunger too. He did it there. But man, I'm never not surprised. Like, which is, I think the significance of that is it's ridiculous. How can I still get surprised by this guy who he just has it, man? He just has it. I really am sending as many positive vibes as I can to him, to his people. Like, get this guy feeling better, man. He deserves it. And then I saw him post on Instagram that for Slaughterhouse, the song that's coming out on Thursday, that he almost lost an eye because during one of the scenes, someone slipped and put a forceps into his eye and it was like rusted or whatever. So we finished taping because they only had a certain amount of time to finish taping. And so he went to the doctor and the doctor was like, bro, you're lucky. Like, if it had been gone in a different way or you waited a little bit longer, you could have gone blind. And then to go through all of that, get this thing done, and then have his autoimmunity shit to kick back in again, so that now he's got to get treatment for that again, and he says he's in pain half the day. Like, this is, man, I don't know why artists have to suffer, but that's what they say. I wish he didn't have to suffer. I mean, as I've said many times on the channel, we are so lucky to be living in a time where we get to hear all of his stuff as it happens. Like, I feel like this is how people who went to, you know, auditoriums and concert halls to hear Beethoven do his next symphony, like the first time they heard that, they must have been blown away. And we get to do that all the time with Ren. But some of that comes from the pain and the anguish that he's gone through. And that sucks. It sucks that he had to go through it, but would we have this same kind of stuff? I mean, I feel like he's gone through enough of it though. Like, we don't need to keep adding on there, guys. Like, not you guys, I'm saying energy wise. Like, let's take all the crap that's coming at Ren that's bad and throw it to the side. And let's just send everything that's positive towards him so that he can get through this one, man, and just keep making. I hate to be selfish, but his music's so good. I love it so much. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for staying here and being with me on the channel. You know I appreciate you. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you even more. And the only reason you'd hear that is if you stayed long enough to hear it. That was a weird sentence, but I think you knew what I meant. Thought you guys get a kick out of the apartment stuff at the beginning, or at least want to understand, because like I said, some people have commented, like, how's that going? So that tells you. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's much end in sight. Big week coming. Gonna do Ren for most of the week and this new guest that I'm recording tomorrow. So stay tuned for all of that. And in the meantime, have yourself a great week, guys. Like, fill it with music. If you start to get down, fill it with music. And then immediately think, what does Uncle Scott always say? Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.